Hi everyone. So I want to talk about our topic about the one I posted I think last week about technology being an enabler and it being the end goal. So this is my opinion, okay? And I decided I'll do a video so I can explain myself correctly and properly. I feel that technology is an enabler because it would only come to support your processes, okay? So if your processes within your organization are wrong, or they've not been set up correctly, or people don't know what to do, or they're not trained, and then you bring in technology, you've only just wasted money. Technology will work and it will do what it's been, implemented to do. But if the processes within the organization do not support that technology or the system or the solutions that you have purchased, then you've only wasted money. So I'll give you an example. So this happened on one of the projects that I worked on recently. So the company had just bought a software, and with the software came some features, that we could implement for like within the box. So what they did was they wanted the customer. So there was a functionality where the customer could request approval for something, right? I don't want to say too much about it, but that the customer could request an approval online. But within the organization, we know that there is no department set up to process any approval. So if a customer sees that feature online and they create a request for approval, there is no one in-house to pick that request and process it, which means the customer will just wait endlessly. They will be able to submit it, but there's nobody receiving anything in the back end or even processing it, which means your customers are going to have complaints because you haven't set up any process to back that up. It's like when a company wants to implement the live chat functionality, but you haven't set up your processes internally where a request is submitted and there's a customer service agent who is available to respond. So your customers are sending in requests, or they are sending in their issues or the inquiries that they want someone to talk about, but there's nobody there to respond because your company isn't set up like that. You haven't identified the right person to do the job, you haven't trained them, you haven't given them access to the system. But your customer on the other end can see the feature, which is technology, or the part of the solutions, or the part of the solution, and then but there's no in-house, so there's no coherence, right? And this is why I'm saying that technology only enables the process you've already set inside your organization. If you haven't laid it out correctly and you plug in technology, you will be wasting money somewhere. Your customers will be upset somewhere along the line, along the supply chain, and it's not efficient at the end of the day. So you see a lot of companies these days buying off the shelf packages, SAP, Oracle, all these, heavy systems. And they're still having problems because the logistics or the in-house process to support how that solution is going to work does not exist. So you see them buying these heavy systems, but they can't do much with it because there is no in-house department to process it or to work with it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying that it's an enabler. You need to get your process right. I'd rather the organization has a good, they have their processes well laid out, is smooth and running before they plug in technology or buy any solution. If they do, in that situation, everything is seamless because there are people who know what to do. They know how to move from point A to B if they get any request online, something like that. That's just an example, as opposed to doing it the other way around. Okay, so this is my own idea. Some people might think differently. I think we had about over 70% of the people who participated in the poll who think that technology is an enabler, and I think that is correct. That is based on my experience. However, for those who feel that that's the end goal, again, you probably have your reasons, but I just feel that things have to be laid out correctly before you plug in technology. You don't just plug in technology for plugging in sake. You don't just buy a solution for the sake of it. You don't just, build systems around something that does not work. It's a waste of money and waste of effort. And that's why you see some developers who are not happy, because then if the processes are not well laid, if they're not laid out correctly, their work will be frustrated. They're just building, but customers are still complaining because there's something not right. The issue is not it's not the technology at that time. The issue is the in-house processes. Do you understand? So it's important to get the processes right, then plug in technology. That is beautiful. That is fantastic. And that's why in business analysis, we talk about getting the process right first. So for those who come into the academy, you will see that, we do your process, we teach process mapping, how to understand processes before we start looking at, okay, the solutions, what is right, what is correct, to build and plug into the process or to improve that process. Do you understand what I'm saying? So thank you. And I'll see you again soon. If you have any questions, please ask me and I'll be able to answer. You can send me a DM or, drop it in the comment section. Okay. Thank you. Bye.